Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Weekly Options. Welcome back to the channel. It is the 17th of September, and today is Fed Decision Day. And honestly, I don't know exactly how the market's going to trade this decision. Everyone's expecting a 25 basis point rate cut. There may be a 50, I doubt it, but I think it's probably going to be 25. But I think much of how the market trades in the afternoon is going to be largely dictated by the words that come out of Jerome Powell's mouth during his press conference. I am probably not going to really trade too much of this today. I've got one trade idea on SPX. We are still at the top of this range here. We traded in the lower part of the range yesterday, sold off there toward the end. I'm going to drop down to the 15-minute chart here. You know, the 15-minute chart is looking, pretty good, but given the news that can come today, I really think that there's a path for us to drift a little bit lower here. We had this area here where price was, well, where a lot of volume was conducted at this price level of the 65.85 level. And I wouldn't be surprised that if sometime today price comes down here to this 65.85, 65.80 level. And so I am probably going to go ahead and just set some sort of an option play right here, where if price comes down, I'll probably have an option, like a long option contract that'll trigger on a bounce. And we'll see if that happens today. I'm not sure if it will, but if it doesn't, I'm fine to just not play SPX today. I have other positions in play, and we can certainly look at those briefly. I am in CoreWeave, and CoreWeave is going to open up about flat today. We had the gap fill. I like this position as a swing trade. This here looked like a near-term double bottom, and we're heading up north. Still in Ethereum. This thing has just been absolutely painful. Has not gone up like I thought it was going to, but I'm in the December 2025 calls, and we're just kind of right here in no man's land. I'm really hoping to see some price appreciation in Ethereum. Still in Generac Holdings. I'm long calls as well, and right now the moving averages are all clustered up, and I think that this looks good to hopefully go higher. These are all 15-minute time frames, guys. And then also same thing with Robinhood. Robinhood had a nice gap up here on Monday, and we've just been bouncing around, and I'm hoping that we can go higher on some good volume. And then I'm in JNUG. I got into JNUG yesterday. There was a little bit of a pullback. Unfortunately, JNUG has pulled back in the pre-market even more, along with gold and silver. I'm not sure what's going on there. There might be some, manipulation, but I like this as a longer term play, and we're still kind of right around that 200 period moving average on the 15-minute time frame. I got in NVIDIA. NVIDIA is going to be opening lower today. Palantir is going to be opening a little bit lower today, as well as Reddit. So I think everything is in a wait and see time frame, and we're going to see what Jerome Powell has to say today, and then we'll have some shenanigans in the afternoon. But getting back to SPX, what I think I'm going to do is I like playing like the 80 delta strikes if I'm going to do zero DTE, somewhere around the 80 delta. And so I'm going to find where the 80 delta strike is and probably go maybe 20 or 30 points below that and enter in maybe a cost of, say, $50 per contract and see if I can get in there. So let me see if I can do that right now, as a matter of fact. Okay, so here we have zero DTE. This is the 17th of September. I'm going to go with a quantity of 5, and I'm going to look for the strike of 65.35. And right now, the 65.35 strike is at the 91 delta. And if price comes down like I think it's going to at some point today, whether it wicks down or drifts down there, then this 91 delta is going to eventually get back to somewhere around like a 80 delta or maybe a 75 delta. And so my bid is going to be $50. It's going to be a limit order, and I'm going to risk $25,000. So, if I lose $25,000 today, what I'm telling you is I'm okay with that based on the risk reward profile. And if this trade doesn't trigger, then I don't lose any money. And if it triggers and it does well, then maybe I'll make some money. And so you never really want to put on a larger position than what you want to lose. And a $25,000 cut, even if it went to zero, is not going to hurt me that much in my particular account. Now, everybody's different. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and send this order, and we'll see if it triggers at some point today. And if it does, I'll come back and let you know. And there it goes. All right. We'll be back later. Hope you guys have a great day trading, and I'll be back in the afternoon. Okay, guys, we're back, and the market is now closed. We had the Powell speech earlier today, and the Fed cut rates. As I was suspecting, I was thinking we were going to have a dip, and as I had said right at the start of the day, that we'd probably pull back into this area here around the 65.80 level. So during this wick down, this activity coming down like this brought us into position where my buy order was triggered. And so my position went live somewhere down in here. And then I was able to ride the position back up as we came back up above 6,600. And then we chopped around in here throughout the day. And I went ahead and let the call expire. This was a 0 DTE play, and I went ahead and just let the call expire right here. And this resulted in around a 61% profit on the play. So I'll take you over to the profit loss screen, and I'll show you how today ended up. So here we are. I had purchased 5 of the September 17, 2025 calls. I got the 65.35 strike. My cost basis entering the trade was $50 a trade, or $50 as far as the cost basis goes. And my P&L on the day was $15,550. As you can see, the market price at the close was $81.10. So that's really not a bad day. And as you can see here, this was a 62% winner, and my profit was north of $15,000. So this ended up being a pretty cool trade. I thought that I would just take a little bit of risk today and see if this worked out, and indeed it did. So I'm glad to make $15,544 on the day. And tomorrow's another day. Hopefully this will now settle down and we can get back to some normal trade. And we've got a lot of other positions we're watching. And I think that my portfolio is in a pretty good position to go ahead and ride this wave of market activity higher. Well, let me know. What did you trade today? How did you do today in the market? Let me know down in the comments. And while you're down there, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We'll post some more updates throughout the week as the trading week continues. And until next time, guys, happy trading.